Hey there, this is Deadpool, and you're watching 8-Bit Glitch 79. Don't forget to subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications, and always, always, comment below.
What's going on, guys? 8-Bit Glitch 79 here, and I've been waiting almost 2 years to make this video. That's right, because I've been waiting for them to release, finally, Deadpool on the NES and for the Game Boy. This is going to be an epic video. But I'm a little, underdressed. Telesplash is awesome and everything, but I feel like I need to up my game for this video. That's a little more fitting for the video. So, as I said, I've been waiting 2 years for this moment, for this to be released. Now, they released this ROM free. You can download it now and play it on your Raspberry Pi, emulator on your PC, put it on your flash card, EverDrive, whatever, and play it for nothing. And I'll have a link to that down below. But they were releasing about 100 or so copies on GBA and on NES, and I had to have that. So I snagged it as soon as it went up for sale. We'll be doing an unboxing in a moment, but I just wanted to say a few things because I reached out to them and asked them a few questions because I've been following along for these many years, and I asked them, how long was this process? How long did this take? And Neo, Ni0, I guess maybe it goes by, he was the brainchild behind this process, and it was about 8 years ago he had this idea. And that was way before the movies even came out or anything. And so he kind of shelved it at one point because he was more artistic than he was a programmer or technical, until he got some interest from some others that came forward and asked about it and for the ROM. And then they started working on it, and then they started grabbing other people who had some skills here and there, and like somebody to do music and do different parts of the game. And they reached out and got a hold of somebody who's pretty prevalent in the modding and fan game, hacking of games and such. And he, long story short, I don't want to get into it, and I'm not going to name any names, but he basically ended up taking the ROM and putting it on carts and selling it under his own name. And the game was playable, but it wasn't complete in the eyes of the rest of the group. So they went ahead and released their own ROM at that time that was not complete, so people could play it and not have to spend money on those ROMs. On those carts. So I applaud them for that. That was really cool of them. Now, they were doing this as complete fans. They weren't looking to make any money from this. And in fact, they don't get even any money from these physical releases anyways, somebody else who makes these kind of games did it on his own with their permission and released these. So they even had to fight for their own copies of this physically. So I applaud them for that, for being so gracious and so generous with the retro community, so that we can play this for free if you want. I just really a big Deadpool fan, and I just thought it was really freaking cool. So I wanted to get the physical copies. I also asked them what was the biggest challenge they had in this game, making this game, and they said one of the things was the cutscenes, changing the cutscenes to their own, and to fit, the Deadpool character from Ninja Gaiden. Because as you can know, and you can tell, I mean, this is basically built off the Ninja Gaiden engine from the cover even. So they added a bunch of different features, like if you wait 10 seconds, he heals himself. The sub-weapons, you already have basically most of the sub-weapons already. You don't have to collect them. You hit select to change through them. They added a teleport one where you hit it and it kills the nearest enemy and comes back. So that's really handy when you got enemies on a platform. Before you jump, you can kill them before you jump. The self-healing, different things like that. And you'll see that in some of the gameplay. Another question I asked them about the process was, or actually not the process, but if they planned on making any other titles. And they would like to. I think right now they're just pretty much resting because this took so long to make. but maybe they hope to plan to have something down the road, maybe even on a different platform or something, and more. Not so much of a hack, but more of an original title. So that'll be interesting, and I'm definitely going to be following them on that. I'm going to link their, not just the download to the ROM files and stuff, but also to their Facebook page. So if you're interested, you can follow them along there and keep up with any new information about them. So with that, I'd like to take it over to the table and let's unbox these and take a look. Alright guys, so here we are at the table. I'm going to unbox these here. So here, we'll do the Game Boy one first. Take a look at this. There. You can pause and read that if you want. Right. Sides. Alright, we'll take a open this up. So this one, you just get a cartridge here. Nice red cartridge, good quality. Doesn't feel cheap. Feels pretty good. That, and you get, whoops, back, and you have the manual here. Wow, this is really good. This is a good one. Oh, it's like a comic. That is pretty sweet. This is a dissected Mario or something there. Oh wow. This could be a video on its own, just reading this manual. Wow, that's some good work. That's awesome. And it feels like really good quality. It's not like cheap paper. It's like totally legit. Yeah. It's back in. Here we go. The creme de la creme here, the NES release. So as you can see, it's the Total Ninja Gaiden cover. Sides, top. There's the back. Alright, open this up. First is the cart. Oh wow, well, it's all coming out. Alright, there with this. Alright, wow. Alright. So you get a black sleeve, of course, and then the cart. That's a nice label. It's all red cart. Very nice. I'm gonna assume the instruction booklet is just like the Game Boy one, but just bigger. Yeah, comic. Wolverine there. Yeah, it's the same thing. Very nice. And it looks like you get 2 posters here. So let's take a look at this one. Looks like it's going to be the box cover. It's pretty sweet. Let's see if I can get it all in shot here. Very nice. Nothing on the back, just the front. And then we have this one. What is this? Oh. It's Deadpool playing it. Nice. Very nice. So I'm very pleased with the quality of this. I think they did a great job. And we should take a look at maybe some gameplay now.
Alright, here we have the title screen. You can see that there's 2 difficulty settings, Mercy and Mark, and language settings. I went with the easy setting, Mercy, for my first playthrough here. And when you start a new game, it starts you off in a little tutorial stage. You can go to the left there to exit it, you know, if you've already done it. But here I'm going through it real quick. It's kind of like a Cuphead. You have that little first little instruction stage or whatever. Here I was using some of the sub-weapons. You'll see me hitting select and it's flipping up at the top. I changed to the teleport one and I try it out here. Boom. See, it's pretty cool. You'll see here in a second I try it again and then I end up getting damaged because I respawn on top of a weapon enemy right there. So you got to be careful when using that. You'll see more of that in the actual gameplay here coming. Alright, so here's the first stage. You see it kind of resembles the city street stage of Ninja Gaiden beginning. So now that guy's blinking and you can't seem to kill him, so he's got like some kind of invincibility on. They call that the meat suit. Might look rather familiar from Ninja Gaiden. So here we are at the first boss, which isn't the first boss from Ninja Gaiden. You might recognize this boss though, and his technique. And there we go, stage 1 done. So here's the first cinematic. It's just a power glove. That's funny. Okay, here we have the next stages here. Here I use my sub-weapon gun to eliminate that enemy. And see that little dot down there? It's like a mine that explodes when you go over it or go near it. So that's something a little bit new that was interesting. There I used to teleport to kill that guy at the bottom before I went down. So you can see that's pretty handy feature. But yeah, if you've played Ninja Gaiden, you feel right at home with this. But it's still got a lot of new mechanics to it that make it fresh and new. I like this little feature here. It reminded me of Total Recall when you go behind the X-ray screen. I have a feeling that's what they were thinking of when they did that. Here, I'll use the teleport again here, I believe. Yeah. Here's another level here, or part of the last level, showing a bomb with the grenade or bomb sub-weapon. Then here you can see the little, what's that, Galaga or Asteroids or whatever character as an enemy. And then there's a car randomly here. There's a lot of Easter eggs in this game. Alright, here we go with the second boss. Again, it will look familiar, but it's a different kind of location, and he looks a little different. Here we go with some more of the cutscenes. That's pretty good. I'm about to do to you what Limp Bizkit did to music in the 90s. Carnage. So here's this neat little thing. If you don't move for a while, you goes to sleep and starts dreaming about boobs. I thought that was a cute little touch. And another great thing about this game is while you're playing, if you shut it off and just go to load game, it goes to where you the last checkpoint you were. But if you hit new game, it erases that.
Alright, so now that we saw the unboxing, what came in the physical copies, and then of course some gameplay with me telling you about the game a bit, I'm going to give my final thoughts. I think this is friggin' cool, okay? It's really awesome because it's not just a sprite swap. They didn't just take Ryu, whatever you want to call them, and just switch them with Deadpool and then call it a day. I mean, they redesigned the levels to their own. Some of the bosses, as you probably saw, are familiar, but they changed the way they look and also the environments they fight them in. The addition of the self-healing, the teleport sub-weapon ability, and the other sub-weapons, that was really cool how they did that. They made the game its own, in a sense. It almost feels like its own game, even though it's very built on the Ninja Gaiden engine. So I highly recommend, hey, it's a free ROM, try it out, alright? It doesn't hurt anything. The cutscenes are really funny. I love the dialogue they put in it. It was really great, as you probably saw in some of the examples of the footage. So I highly recommend this game. I think they did a fantastic job, and all that time waiting for it was well worth it. They did a great effort, and I applaud them for that. A little JLove clap. So please go ahead, try out the ROM, check it out. Hey, I'll put a link down for the physical copies, because if there's still any for sale, you know, you can go out and grab it if you're very interested in that. So this is 8-Bit Glitch 79, and I'm glitching out.
You're still here. It's over.